Welcome to Denton, Texas, home of the North Texas Mean Green, and the fans have been waiting since early this morning for the clash we have in store. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So North Texas offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They go to the ground. Stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Movement here from the tight end. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Still on his feet at the 45. Got a lot of running room. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. The offense set for a first down play. The give to the tailback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
He's got his man. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Caught.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the back. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The offense goes as he does, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TV.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Ohio's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll let it fly. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all in display on that sack.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Bobcats line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. He wants to throw. Got his man down the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Set up for second and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Leaves it with the running back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Down to the 16-yard line, it's first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Oh, the QB so lucky that that one wasn't picked off. These are small windows to throw into down here in the red zone. Defense tipped it up in the air. A lot of defenders lurking around. Lucky that ball hit the ground.
Quarterback will audible. Motion from the offense. He'll try it again on second and 10. Skips away from pressure. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on third and 10. They'll run the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field.
And that's why coaches hate to see their players try to lateral the football, because you don't practice it. It's just off the cuff, and that time they put it on the ground. That's a lesson for that young man moving forward. I don't think you're going to see him trying laterals anytime soon.
Powers through the defender. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Going up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Quick pass on the fly motion.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. That was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
The Bobcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking down the middle. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He'll start this drive firing. He's got an open man. Looking for more room. The 20. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the gun, looking for a man.
Bro, what are you?
He snares it in the end zone.
What are you doing?
Touchdown, Bobcats.
Yeah, and the
Like
passing
15 yards
game
away.
comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass. He uncorks one deep. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Mean Green. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year.
To kick back. Welcome to Denton, Texas, home of the North Texas Mean Green, and the fans have been waiting since early this morning for the clash we have in store. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bobcats will kick it away first. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the North Texas Mean Green offense takes the field, and they'll try to put together the first drive of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Just going to keep it after the snap. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his man. It's Smith. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. North Texas in the hurry up. They want to run this quarterback. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass, and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Give him 6. Touchdown, North Texas.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it off with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Bobcats offense has the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll go back to the ground. Still running at the 40. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The Bobcats headed quickly to the line. To the ground, he's got it again. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Looking to pass on second down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talk about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Scrambling away. Fires on the move. Finds a man by himself. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Rice. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. And the Bobcats will hustle to the line. He'll pull it on the read. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Bounced right back to them. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
They'll run play action.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
He gets a block. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Offense working from the pistol. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
He'll pull it down and run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you could see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the 1st down. Now it's 4th down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
They stop
You can fucking give me that shit. No.
I like it. This defense plays
God damn it.
on 4th and short, and they are rewarded.
Nah, we challenging that shit.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
Oh, they gonna take a knee in the middle. Come on now.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught near the sideline, it's Hawkins. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's going to run it. At the 45 on his way. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Wants to throw on 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Unloads it left.
Synced it too.
A strike downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw. Unleashes
Bro,
to
get
the
the
end
fuck.
zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bobcat.
I swear they get the best separation in the world.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to fire on second down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, North Texas. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Denton than you have for what's been a fun first half? And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at lovely Dat-Q Stadium.
North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snagged in the middle, it's Graves. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play.
Bro,
knows
catching anything.
Get in there and get it.
offense gets set for second down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And the Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
The aerial assault continues.
There we
And
go.
it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's how you blow up the screen pass here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away.
There we
And he
go.
tried
Good
to make
defense.
something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
To the ground with the back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They're going to ride this running back.
Let's call him all the way. Let's go.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to get it through the air. Flips it out to the back. At the 20, he's got space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Power football with the run.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Calls his own number. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in. And he takes it.
You can't hold me.
Touchdown, Mean Green. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire...
After World War II in 1945, Eisenhower was like, let's get rid of the Marine Corps, and then it'll be nice and simple. We'll just have the Army and the Navy. That'll be good. We'll get rid of the Marines. And then in 1946, Alcatraz had a prison riot where they took over Alcatraz, and the guards couldn't handle it. And there's only one military branch that responds directly to the president that they could send in without authorization from Congress. So they sent in the Marines to take over Alcatraz, and this is 1946. Everybody in the Marine Corps is a flamethrower operator from the Pacific, and they rolled up with incendiary grenades in 1911s and got Alcatraz back in like 45 minutes. For World War II in 1945, Eisenhower was like, let's get rid of the Marine Corps, and then it'll be nice and simple. We'll just have the Army.
They're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Ohio takes over the Bobcat offense, heads to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Wide open downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. It's caught, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
The greatest tight end in franchise history.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. It's complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
On second down, he'll fire. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got him downfield. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
They're trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They got him. It's a sack. And what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with a loss.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on second and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll go to the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Looking for a deep man. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play.
Good shit. Good shit.